Good morning. It is Friday. It's the 24th of January, and our reading is from Matthew 7:24 to 25. Everyone who hears these words of mine and does them is like a wise man who built his house on a rock. The rain fell, and the flood came, and the winds beat against the house, but it did not collapse because its foundation had been laid on a rock. This is the reality of life. Security, true security, both spiritual and in the long run eternal, comes from hearing and following Christ's words. And not as some say, well, I keep Sermon on the Mount. Yeah, good luck on that. I've recognized who I am and my need for Christ's payment for sin. And then I follow not just his own words as found in the Gospels, but Scripture and God's teaching and who God calls us to be as a whole. It's following the world's thinking, which has never been a good idea, but over the last years has been even a worse one, that gets one in real trouble. Even as Christians, if we buy into some of the nonsense out there, it can cause real pain in our lives. Instead, we are to follow Christ's words. And what are the primary two commandments? Love God, love others, which is about service, which is about serving God in response to what he's done for us, and then reaching out and serving others so that they can see God's love and care and mercy and grace through us towards them. And that's where true security comes from. It doesn't come as some in Christendom, and by that I mean churches that call themselves Christians but clearly are not, rewriting Scripture to say what they're doing that's sinful is not. Because Scripture really means this. No, it means following God's words even when they stamp on our toes, which if we're really being obedient and being consistent in our study, they will at times, and they should. That gets back to God's disciplining us because we are his children. And sometimes his discipline is simply using his words to wake us up to where we are not being who he's called us to be. So, like that house built on a foundation, we're built on the foundation of Christ and his truths and the truths of Scripture, and nothing in the world can shake us from a security in him. And so have a secure day, keep out of the storms, but if you can't, keep on your firm foundation, and I'll see you again tomorrow.